Welcome to this explainer. Look, the 2026 AI boom is absolutely massive right now, and today we are unpacking a highly data-backed blueprint from Outlier Kit for building a genuinely profitable AI automation agency. The landscape has shifted fast, so let's get right into where the real money is flowing. Okay, so here's our roadmap for today. We're hitting the AI agency opportunity, the perfect niche framework, why YouTube is the ultimate AI niche, a rapid-fire look at 14 more niches, the agency revenue model, and finally, how to land that very first client. Let's just dive right in. Section 1, the AI agency opportunity and why generalists fail. Right off the bat, we've got to talk about why taking a scattergun, generic approach to AI automation is literally a recipe for disaster in 2026. The space is getting crowded, sure, but that saturation is really only a problem if you're trying to be everything to everyone. Outlier Kit hit the nail on the head with this concept. Most AI automation agencies fail not because their automations don't work, but because they picked a niche where clients don't have enough pain to pay premium prices. Makes sense, right? If you aren't solving a wildly expensive problem, they simply aren't going to pay a premium agency retainer. Move into Section 2, the perfect niche framework and its 3 pillars of agency success. You definitely shouldn't just be guessing what industry to target. The data points to 3 strict pillars that make up the absolute perfect niche for an AI agency. Pillar number 1 is high margin. Basically, your service has to be an undeniable revenue driver or a massive labor cost saver. It can't just be some nice-to-have gimmick. When you're actively moving the needle on their bottom line, asking for 2 to 10 grand a month is a total no-brainer for them. Then we have the second pillar, which is recurring demand. This is huge. Continuous, never-ending work is the actual secret sauce to a stable agency. You really want to avoid those one-off setup gigs. If the problem you're solving is permanent, like weekly marketing, boom, you've got a justified monthly retainer and predictable revenue. And that brings us to the third pillar. It must be highly AI automatable. For a modern AI agency to actually work, like 60 to 80% of your deliverables need to be handled or at least supercharged by AI. You aren't just trading your time for money anymore, which keeps your profit margins incredibly high even as you scale up. Okay, Section 3, YouTube, the ultimate AI niche and this underserved $60 billion market. When you take those 3 pillars we just talked about, one specific niche completely blows the rest out of the water, and that is YouTube channel management. Let this number really sink in for a second. $60 billion. That was YouTube's annual revenue in 2026. Businesses and creators know they absolutely have to be on the platform, but here's the catch. Most of them are totally clueless about what content to make, what keywords to target, or how to actually beat the algorithm. So it makes total sense why YouTube management heavily outscores other solid niches like e-commerce or real estate. Why? Well, the biggest bottleneck for YouTube growth is essentially just a data problem. Finding outlier videos, competitor analysis, mapping search intent. AI handles this way better and faster than any human could. And since one viral video can bring in serious cash, clients are more than happy to pay your retainer. Just contrast the brutal old-school way of doing this against the modern AI approach. In the past, an agency might spend, 8 to 10 hours a month per client just doing manual competitor research. But with modern AI tools like Outlier Kit, you can scan thousands of channels and spot those outliers in under an hour. You are literally compressing days of grueling work into minutes. So the actual workflow, it's like a well-oiled machine. 1. Research to find gaps in the market. 2. Build the strategy and keyword plan. 3. Spin up content like scripts using AI. 4. Optimize all that SEO and metadata. And 5. Report the wins on a dashboard. It's incredibly repeatable. You're running the exact same playbook for every single client, just with minor tweaks. All right, Section 4, rapid fire, 14 more niches and scaling across industries. YouTube is definitely the golden goose right now, but the 2026 AI boom is so massive that there are plenty of other incredibly profitable paths if you want to pivot to different industries. Take high-ticket local operations, for example. We're talking real estate, healthcare, law firms. These guys deal with high-value clients, but their manual operations are usually a total mess. AI can step in and automate MLS listings for realtors, handle HIPAA-compliant local SEO for dentists, or completely take over document summarization for lawyers. You're saving them hundreds of billable hours. Or if you're more on the digital side, look at e-commerce, SaaS, HR, e-learning, or even podcasting. AI absolutely crushes those data entry and copywriting bottlenecks. E-com brands can generate thousands of SEO listings in bulk. SaaS companies can use it to spot churn risks. In HR, AI handles the resume screening and interview scheduling, cutting time to hire way down. Moving to Section 5, the agency revenue model and the economics of AI automation. Let's transition from the theory side of things to reality. What do the actual profit margins of a modern AI agency look like? Well, because your AI tools are doing the heavy lifting, the economics are honestly mind-blowing. A solo operator just starting out with 1 to 3 clients, that's up to $9,000 a month. An established solo operator can comfortably juggle 8 to 10 clients and pull in over $30,000 a month before ever even thinking about hiring. And a small team? You're pushing well past $80,000 a month in recurring revenue. But quick caveat here, and it's a big one. Gross margins sit at an incredible 60 to 80%, sure, but the single biggest lever for your actual take-home pay is client retention. Every client you keep for over 12 months is worth way more than endlessly hunting for new logos. That is exactly why highly measurable, ROI-visible niches like YouTube are so powerful. If they can clearly see the money you're making them, they simply do not cancel. Finally, Section 6, landing your first client and the 3-part acquisition strategy. You've got the niche, you understand the model. Now you just need to go out there and close that first deal. The really beautiful thing about this model is how incredibly low your overhead is. You're looking at what, maybe $100 to $500 a month for some software subscriptions? No inventory to buy, no office space to lease, no headcount. The real barrier to entry is just your time and effort. And because the risk is so practically non-existent, you get to focus 100% of your energy on sales. So, our source lays out this brilliant 3-step playbook. Step 1, start with warm connections. Your first few clients are going to come from people who already trust you, so definitely avoid those generic cold emails. Step 2, lead with a free data-backed audit. If you're doing YouTube, hand them a hyper-specific competitor breakdown. Show them the exact videos they're missing and the actual cash they are leaving on the table. And step 3, just deliver one small, undeniable win and seamlessly roll that relationship into a monthly retainer. All right, so you've got the full picture. You know why generalists fail, you have the 3 pillars for finding a high-margin niche, and you've seen the exact AI workflow. So the only question left for you is this. Which of your existing networks are you going to leverage today to land that first $3,000 monthly retainer? Who in your current circle is going to be your first massive success story? Think about it, get out there and take action, and we'll catch you on the next explainer.